I believe Malcolm capitalized on the situation. He co-opted the movement that was started by Colin to get his organization funded. It's cowardly. He sold us out.
I'm Amanda Borges, and this is The Spin on Yahoo Sports. You just heard from Panthers safety Eric Reid on why he confronted Malcom Jenkins of the Eagles on Sunday. Reid used to be on the Players Coalition with Jenkins, and the group has met with the NFL to make progress on social issues. Senior NFL writers Terez Paylor and Charles Robinson join me to discuss now. Terez, let's start with you. This whole situation seems very divisive. So how do you think players are viewing this?
I think a great many players, specifically African-American players, look at this with a certain degree of sadness, because these are two strong black men who obviously care about the community and care about black people and like what they're trying to accomplish to make it a better America for black people and a better America in general. So I really believe that many players, 80% of players, are probably like right in the middle on this, where on one hand they understand what Eric Reid is mad about. He's mad that Cap is still out of a job. He's mad that there wasn't a more collective effort done toward pushing this issue even further. Like, they get that part of it. But I also think there's also understanding that, hey, no matter what you say about like what Malcom Jenkins did, he still kind of secured the bag. That $90 million can do a lot of positive, a lot of good. And that matters. Like that's tangible money that can help social justice causes. So I think a lot of players like look at this and they're just like, oh, it sounds like two fighting pairs. They're like, oh, I don't know what to do. So they just kind of stay in the middle and kind of want the best for both. It's a tough situation. It's an unfortunate situation. And many people, many players, I'm sure, look at it with a certain degree of sadness.
Charles, have we overlooked ownership's role in this situation?
Yeah, I think in one way there's been a huge sort of whitewashing of what the NFL did here. The NFL, as information is sort of leaked out from the negotiations and the process of the league's handling of player protests and really, the firestorm caused around the protests that occurred during the anthem, we've seen that the NFL was reaching and looking for an individual, a liaison, to try and move this issue forward with players. Maybe in exchange for money, if we're really going to get into the most blunt terms. And that's what's sort of the underside of this, is there's an aspect of whether or not the NFL owners were looking for a form of subjugation. We're going to take tens of millions of dollars, we're going to offer it to players who are kneeling and really causing a PR situation that we were not prepared for, stoking a political firestorm from the President of the United States that we weren't prepared for. Let's find someone to help us move this forward. Well, at the same time, continue to marginalize Kaepernick, Colin Kaepernick, push him off to the side, make sure he is not a subject, his job status is not a subject here in these negotiations. Well, in a way, they found that with Malcom Jenkins, and I think that's sort of where some of the discomfort comes, particularly on the side of Eric Reid, is he looks at owners who said, hey, we've got tens of millions of dollars, we got this problem, all of a sudden these players have this power that we didn't expect. Let's just throw money at it and hope it goes away. In a way, the NFL owners sort of divided and conquered some of those players who were standing on the same side of the issue, and that's being overlooked.
All right, thank you as always, guys. For more on this and everything around pro football, listen to Terez and Charles on the Yahoo Sports NFL podcast.